Hi everybody, it's Charles again with an entry for the 25th of April 2014, and it was a Friday. Um, Basically what I'm going to talk about today is just it's a it's kind of a scheduling problem that I seem to have. I'm not exactly sure why, but I think it's just, maybe it's a sign of immaturity. Um, but it basically stems from, this is just one example, but my fingernails have been extremely long for like 2 or 3 days. And so every time I'm at work, I notice it because it bothers me. Like when I do with boxes or I count change, my fingernails kind of get in the way. Sometimes they break if I don't cut them. And so, I'm always like, I'm going to cut my fingernails. I'm going to cut my fingernails. I'm going to do that. But then for some reason, whenever I'm home, it's the furthest thing from my mind. It never just empties my head. Or it never just enters my head. It's just fucking, I don't even think about it when I'm home. Maybe it's because fucking when I'm home, I'm just doing my own thing and I'm just enjoying myself and I'm just not thinking about any responsibilities or any pressures. Um, to be honest, they do kind of get in the way, like, throughout my normal life, so I'm not sure why I don't realize it at home. But maybe at work I'm more self-conscious of it because I think, like, maybe people are judging me for it. I mean, obviously, nobody's gonna like or hate me on the size of my fingernails, but it doesn't hurt to maintain a good appearance. Like, it's just one of the many things that you have to do to look clean, look cleanly. Um, it does. They do bother me at work, like I said. So maybe it's just they bother me more at work than home, because I'm not exactly counting change, at home, and I'm not using my fingernails as much, or using my fingers in like as finite and like grippy processes at home as I am at work. So maybe that's what it is. Or maybe it's just, when I'm at home, I tend to try and be like, when I'm at home, I don't think of work in the slightest, unless it's some vague aspect of it, like, I should see if my coworkers want to do this. It's never like, you should try and do this at work from now on. You should try and do that at work. This is a work problem. Like, maybe you should think about it now. I never am able to do that for some reason. It's just like, as soon as I'm out of work and as soon as I'm home, I get so just wrapped up in this shit. Like, and this is all fun, but it's not important stuff. Like, like fucking. I'll give you an example of what I've spent the last 6 hours trying to mod my Wii. So that I just got. A Wii is a video game system. I'm not sure when the next time I'm gonna watch this, but if you don't remember, a Wii is a video game system, and fucking, it's not even the current generation. But I'm just trying to fucking mod it, and I think the reason that I do shit like this now is just to say that I fucking have done it, and just to know that I can do it. There's not even much of a point to do it. I don't even play that many video games anymore. Unfortunately, I don't have the time, and when I do have free time, I tend to use it in other things, like exercising or going out, and I have errands to run now that I have to do by myself. So yeah, I don't even have that much time, but for some reason I'm just fucking staying up like it's fucking light right now. Right now it is like fucking. Right now it's 6 a.m. in the morning, so I spent like the last 4 hours trying to do this, just researching it online, completing the fucking intricate steps, and there's just fucking like I said, there's no real reason to do it, but I get fucking so wrapped up in just doing this random shit, and then fucking maybe once the Wii thing is done, You know, if I don't feel like going to sleep, maybe I'll go read a book or I'll surf the internet. You know, I don't know what it is, but I could have a super serious like errand to do. Fucking something big, but like for some reason in my head, surfing the Wikipedia randomly will take precedent over it. For some reason, instead of being like super bright and early for fucking like whatever my errand is, I will cut it super close and possibly be late for this errand just so I can have that extra 10 minutes on Wikipedia for some strange reason. And I think, to be honest, I think that's a fucking sign of immaturity. Like fucking, I cling to, fun and games and, not having to worry and no responsibility as much as I can, try and soak up every minute of it. I mean, maybe that's because I feel overworked and I don't have as much time as I'd like. But I mean, what adult does? What adult is just like, can't wait to get back to work, fucking, I've had enough time at home to, like, tonight. I can't wait to get started at work again. Maybe if you fucking love your job, but, most adults are just like, fucking, I wish I had more time at home. But, yeah, I mean, I don't understand what that is. I mean, then again, this is only like maybe like the 14th month that I've really been living on my own, and it's I got all this cool stuff because I've been doing a lot more research online. I've been spending a little bit more money, but I mean I've earned, I've been saving money for many years, and just stockpiling it, and I started to realize like enjoy it a little bit more. I mean, obviously, I'm not going, vacations and parties, and I'm not buying cars and shit like that. I'm buying electronics that I like to explore, and that I like to, really dive into and see what they're capable of, and I like to see what I can do with it. I mean, I'm not dropping fucking everything I have. My main goal is to always make sure that I'm putting away money. No matter what, I can't, spend more than I intake, unless it's, on something really like I obviously had to drop some of my savings when I got diagnosed with Wilson's disease. I mean, that was just heavy expenses really suddenly. So you obviously can't really like fucking, you know, like I'm always trying to climb. The savings are always trying to increase. But with Wilson's disease, you obviously can't, do it like that because it was just like it was a very sharp expense and it was very quickly. But thankfully, I'm getting back into the routine of saving, money. I'm starting to really like enjoy what I have now. I mean, there's always the quest for the best and the newest and shit like that. But I've amassed some new stuff, but I really like my new stuff. Like it's new stuff that I feel like I really want to dive into, and I think my appetite for new shit should be satiated. I mean, then again, for me, there's always going to be, like, I get very, like, I discover something on the internet or something, it's just like, oh my god, that looks very interesting, fucking, I want to try that out, and it's some, like, weird piece of equipment or something like that, and I want to try and see if I can build something with it or something like that. Um, or it's something cool that I think I could do with my apartment, or something like that. It's never, it's never like a trip or anything, or it's never like a new restaurant or like something like that. It's always like this weird like piece of electronic equipment or something that I think like, oh, that'd be cool. I bet you maybe I could like do that with it. It doesn't say anything about that, but maybe if I fucking use it in a specific way, it could do something different. So just shit like that is what really interests me and what really gets I really spend most of my money on. I mean, sure, I, buy groceries and fucking sometimes I'll go down to like the sub shop and I'll get like a sandwich or a fucking pizza or something like that. But I can't do much of that anymore because fucking, it's too much salt and it's not good for me. I mean, it's not good for me in the sense that it's not good food, like it's not, it's fatty food, but now it's not good for me because I've got Wilson's disease. So I can't do that as much as I like. Like before I got sick, I'd love coming home. You'd be super tired and you'd just get a pizza and I'd just go to fucking work. And sometimes I just knock down a pizza in one sitting. Um, but now I try not to do that anymore. I mean, I think my appetite is decreased now. I think, obviously, I lost a lot of weight, so I think a lot of my muscle mass has decreased. I mean, thankfully, I feel like I'm bulking up again, which I like. I don't really, my body goals are not really of the skinny variety. I don't really want to be a skinny dude. I'd rather have a little bit more bulk. I mean, I understand that I'm going to be a little bit slower, not as agile if I got more, like fucking bulk. But it's just, I'm not a runner. I don't enjoy running, but at work you have to be able to like lift a lot of stuff. You have to have fucking, lifting stamina and that kind of shit. And it's kind of what I shoot for a little bit. I mean, obviously, I don't want to become fucking a meathead or somebody, who fucking like who can barely get around on his legs or anything like that. I mean, I do want a body that can hustle, but I don't want fucking a really skinny one. I have to be able to, you know, lift things, and it also doesn't hurt to be big and a little bit imposing, you know, especially in retail where unfortunately, you deal with a lot of fucking people that still take, physicality and fucking that kind of shit, super serious. Like I've dealt in many situations where somebody you suspect is stealing just, I could take you, and it's just like fucking, I'll run you over if you ever like look at me like that again, and it's just like fucking whatever, like go steal somewhere else, fucking just get out before I call the police. And it's just like fucking, it's their way of being better than you. You know what I'm saying? When you're, I guess when you get caught stealing, it's got to be fucking a humiliating experience for you. And then fucking, so they try and like one up you by fucking beat your ass next time or something like that. And so it's just, it doesn't hurt to be fucking a little bit bigger. I mean, obviously, I don't want to fucking fight these people. I mean, the last thing I need is for some crackhead to fucking pull a knife, and the next thing I know, he's got me in the neck, and I'm bleeding out in the fucking parking lot. So I don't want to, I'm not gonna fight these people. I mean, they can fucking, if they steal something, I'm just gonna fucking call the police. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna die over, 5 things of toothpaste or something like that. Nor am I going to fucking kill over 5 things of toothpaste. I'm not gonna put my hands on anybody unless they put their hands on me or somebody, one of my fellow coworkers. If I catch somebody stealing, I'm going to try and get the product back, but I'm not going to, I'm not going to push, I'm not going to shove, that kind of shit. Last thing I need is for one of them to go down, next thing I know, they're stumbling into court with a neck brace on, saying that, I pushed them down, they hit their head on the sidewalk or something like that, and now they can't walk correctly, or now they can't fucking think correctly, or they have migraines, and the next thing I know, I'm getting sued and I'm dropping a shitload of my money because fucking I was trying to, help out Walgreens. And I doubt Walgreens would have my back, so fucking, I mean, I think if it came down to it, they would say, we gave him the training, we told him not to approach, and he approached, it's his fault. So fucking, I'm not taking those chances because I'm not gonna lose my life savings to some crackhead or some fucking drug addict who's faking it, just because I tried to, stop him from stealing, fucking a couple things of razors. So fucking, but it's beside the point. The point is that yeah, I mean, for some reason I can't. Maybe it's just that I'm terrible at prioritizing. But no, I mean, I understand what prioritizing is. It's just that, like I said, I feel like, I have to wring as much free time as I can from fucking when I'm home. And I get so wrapped up in other shit that fucking, I don't think about, work, and I don't think about my priorities. Excuse me. So fucking cutting my fingernails, it's like a 30 second thing, and it seems like it's, it would make my life easier. Obviously it wouldn't fucking be a drastic increase, but it would make picking up things and grabbing things a little bit easier and a little bit more comfortable. But I just don't remember it and I don't notice it until I'm fucking at work or I'm on my way to work or getting ready for work. Like today, I was getting out of the shower and I was just like, you still haven't fucking cut your fingernails. And so then, of course, fucking, I'm already late for work. so, so I'm running down the street, cutting my fingernails, fucking trying to hustle to work. Legit, like fucking hard walking down the streets, trying to fucking steady my hand, trying to cut the fingernails. And it's just stupid. And it's just, but that's fine. For some reason, that's the way I am. I mean, I'm extraordinarily laid back when I have, off time. I'll do almost anything I feel like doing. Any impulse that I have, I'll fucking do. But for some reason, I just don't prioritize well. Like, for some reason, I'll wake up 3 hours early for work, but I'll sit on the computer for like 2.5 hours. So that last half an hour of me getting ready is just like fucking me like throwing on dirty clothes, like picking mismatched socks, fucking putting my shirt, not having enough time to button it all the way down. It's just like, fuck it, I'll finish it at work, throwing the belt in the bag, just like, fuck it, I gotta do that work at work too. And it's just like, why didn't I take that, extra 15, 20 minutes to get ready, and then I could do it fucking, like at a slow, leisurely pace. And then I could walk to work like normal. But for some reason, I just don't. Like, I don't react well unless it's hurried. I procrastinate as much as possible. And it's just like, it's weird though. I mean, fucking, it's stupid though. It's very unprofessional and fucking, it's just, I think it's just immaturity is what it is. I can't prioritize well. And I have to enjoy my me time so much because I love it. Like, I straight up love that shit. I just enjoy, like, fucking, my mind can just wander into any direction that it wants. If I want to spend, 2 hours looking on Wikipedia about random ass shit, I can do that stuff. And it's fucking fun. My mind gets to explore something. Whereas at work, I'm not going to say my mind doesn't work or anything, but it's not where my mind wants to go. My mind kind of would rather be like learn new things and be a little creative, rather than fucking at work where things are just they're pretty much it's repetitious, it's formulaic, and I mean customers retail is obviously a lot of times different because no customers are really the same, but there's only so much that you can do. Like, I was just thinking today about I hate, the summer season, the beginning of the summer season, because everybody wants to go on vacation, which means passport photos up the ass. And when passport photos come, passport photos are probably one of the hardest things to do in this store. Because people think they look a lot better than they do. So you take a passport photo and somebody looks like they just rolled out of bed or they look like fucking they haven't slept in 2 weeks. And then they think there's something wrong with the way you took the photo or the fucking camera. And then next thing you know, they're trying to fucking Vogue it out over there in front of the fucking pull down screen. And fucking they want you to spend like 2 hours trying to coach them into getting, some glamour shot. Or number two, they want photos of their kids and their kids ain't having it. Fucking the kids are fine and dandy until you put them in front of the screen and you bend down for that photo. Next thing you know, they either got the no neck, where the head's fucking bobbing all over the place, Or they got fucking the panic look in their eyes and they're not looking directly in front. They're looking at every fucking noise around them or anything. Fucking just head bobbing all over the place. Or they're fucking just bawling their eyes out. Just wah, wah, and they're just fucking bawling. Or you get the parents that fucking like straight out of the hospital, like fucking day 2, they just fucking they're trying to get a passport photo. Like one of my big things is when fucking I remember one time this lady came in with like this baby and it was fucking that baby couldn't have been more than like fucking a couple of days old. So fucking of course it took a long ass time because the kid wouldn't open up the neck, fucking you had the or the kid won't open up his eyes, fucking they had to like wake him up with like sudden movements and or sudden like noises. They were legit like trying to fucking startle the kid so he'd open up his eyes and then they could bang out the photo. And it was just like, and then of course he's got this, and he's got like fucking some hat on and some like fucking blanket over that's covering his chin. And I'm like, yo, you gotta clear that up, and they're fucking, it's just a terrible, terrible situation. And after, it took a while, and after I finally finished, they left. And of course, fucking, they leave, and you've spent like, fucking an hour on it, and you make $11.99. And then they complain about why is it so expensive, or if there are any coupons or anything like that, and you just want to fucking shoot yourself in the face. Or the worst thing is fucking when you spend that long taking a photo, and you finally get a good one, and then somebody vetoes it because fucking, I don't like the way he looks. I don't like that expression. And it's just like, motherfucker, I just spent an hour trying to get this kid to fucking open his eyes and look at me, and now you're vetoing it because fucking you don't like the way he looks. It's like fucking, you just want to be like, dude, get the fuck out. And just like, get the step in. I'm not wasting any. Like, there have legit been times where I'm just like, I just approach people and just like, look, people, I can't be spending fucking, another hour trying to do this shit when the kid won't fucking open his eyes or won't stop crying. I'm just like, you know what? You're just going to have to go somewhere else. I can't, dedicate my whole shift to this shit. Like, I got fucking boxes in back. I got fucking other shit to do. I can't just fucking stand here for 2 hours. Of course, you gotta fucking approach it tactfully, and people will take it back. They're like, what? And I'm just like, look, fucking, I don't like to do this, but it's just, I can't fucking, you gotta do something, you gotta come back later when he's awake, or you gotta fucking, take the photo at home or something like that. And people fucking, some people are getting like, most people understand it, They don't like it, but they understand it. But then some people look at me like, fucking, what did you say to me? And then I'm just like, fucking, I mean, if it comes down to it, I'm like, look, dude, I've already tried for fucking, however long I tried, which is usually more than fucking 20, 30 minutes. Sometimes even longer for the other cases. Like, there have been cases where fucking one photo tech or one person working on the picture just fucking taps out. It's just like, I'm done, and then freaking, that somebody else has to fucking step in with like fresh energy and like a fucking fresh pot of coffee, and it's just like, all right, dude, let's do this. Let me give it a go. But yeah, I mean, there are just shitty instances like that, and that's why I hate passport photos. I hate how people are so fucking picky on passport photos. I mean, people expect you to fucking work studio magic, and I'm in a drugstore fucking, I got fucking, I'm all dirty and shit because I've been throwing totes, maybe my nose is runny because I've been in the fucking freezer. I had fucking one winter glove on and one other one because I'm trying to scan some shit in the freezer or something like that. And people just fucking, how's my hair look, how's this? And the problem is that fucking, I don't understand it. People are like, I'd like to get a passport photo. And then I'm like, all right, let's do it. And then I get the camera and I'm ready to take the photo. And people are like, hold on, I want to go fix my hair. I want to go check myself in the mirror. I want to go look at myself in the bathroom. I want to do this. I want to do that. It's just like, why didn't you fucking do that, before we got all set up? Or why didn't you say, like, fucking, I gotta go do this first, just, you know, fucking, instead you waited for me to get all ready and like fucking, you know, I'm over here with the screen down and everything, and then you make it like a last minute decision to, you know, to actually like get ready. It would be like me like fucking showing up to work, being like, all right, I'm ready to work, and then them being like, all right, this is what I want you to do. Then me being like, hold on. Let me put my uniform on, fucking, let me comb my hair, you know, let me fucking, let me put my contacts in, all that shit. And it's like, well, why didn't you do that sooner before you told me you were ready? And people don't give a fuck, dude, about your time when you're working. I mean, there are regulars who do, because they come in there a lot and they see what you actually do. But a lot of people just don't give a fucking shit. I mean, they think I'm just fucking, just my hands in my pockets until they come up and they're just like, passport photo, all right. And then I fucking go mosey on over there, bang up the passport photo, sell it to them, and I just fucking stand around until, the next passport person comes in. And unfortunately, that ain't how it happens at retail. That ain't how it happens at retail. At retail, the company makes you fight for every dollar. You know what I'm saying? You're not fucking, you're going home tired as a motherfucker. It's just you're going home. There's no fucking standing around and moseying. Not at not at a drugstore like that. Maybe in some fucking like clothing store or something where or like a Best Buy where you gotta fucking, really talk to customers and try and upsell shit, explain, very deep like specifications and, characteristics about specific products when there's more talking involved. But at a drugstore or something like that, you're fucking, if you're not, banging out photos or something, you're throwing boxes downstairs, or you're fucking, running around doing returns or something. But yeah, I mean, this is getting more towards me fucking just railing on work like I normally do. But yeah, I mean, for some reason I can't. Maybe that's why I don't think about work unless I'm actually there, because I just like to take such a load off. I just work. It's stressful. Because I barely get to sit down at all. If I do, it's because I'm using the computer to actually print out signs or something like that. So it's very high stress. It's very instinctual. There's not much deep thought in work because it's all fucking gut reaction to it. Half the time somebody will ask me a question or to do something, and I'll have done it before I realize I'm actually doing it or saying it. Like, where's this? I'm like, aisle 3, and then I'll just like, yeah, that is an aisle 3. Or fucking, do we have any more of this? And I'm like, let me go down and check, and then fucking, I'll be down there, and then I'm coming up with boxes. I'm just like, what is this again? Oh yeah, Arm & Hammer. And it's just fucking, it's all because it's gut reaction. And so when I'm home, I just like to fucking coast. And I don't like to think about anything heavy. I just like to enjoy myself. I like to fucking take the pants off. Maybe the shirt if it's warm enough too. And I just like to fucking enjoy it. And I'm guessing that's why I don't like to work when I'm at home. That's why fucking laundry piles up, dishes pile up. Because I just like to fucking enjoy myself when I'm here. I mean, this is this is my utopia. This is my fortress of solitude. My little getaway pad. My summer home. It's all of it rolled into one. I mean, it's got the shit that I wish I could do. When I'm here, I do the stuff that I wish I could do nonstop every day. So fucking that's it's the highlight of my life is right here. I mean, people are just like, don't you want a family? Don't you want children? And at this stage of my life, I'm happy to be out on my own, and I'm happy to have the shit that I want, and I'm happy to have personal space. So, I mean, when I lived at home till I was, very old. I only moved out, a year and a half ago. And so I lived at home just because I was trying to stockpile money, and fucking there wasn't much space. And, my room was fucking tiny, and I enjoy just fucking, just fucking stretching out without having to worry about bumping into anything or anything like that. Just fucking You know, stretching out, maybe fucking taking a nap on the couch, maybe laying down on the floor. Anything I want to do, I can do here. And I just fucking enjoy it. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Thanks for listening if anybody listened or anybody watched. If not, then Charles, see you tomorrow, buddy.